Hi everyone, Aldbar here. I'm going to quickly go over to the crafting hall, type in rune. I'm going to get minor petrified rune stones. This one's also for level 8, but this is accessible to everyone since it's such a low level and it's good enough. So that's the one I'm getting. I recommend putting them on your hotbar so you can click on them without having to take off your mouse. Next we're going to go over to the marketplace. I'm going to pick up a hireling. I'm just going to take the highest level I can from the cleric. Also, I'm going to make sure I get a wizard and a sorcerer. And I'll explain later what I need these for. This is not essential for the quest. You don't have to have these particular ones. I'll explain why I'm picking them. And you only need really one. Or if you've got a pet. A pet's good also. But we'll see about it soon. Anyways, from House Juresco, above the gardens, you turn around. This is going to be the entrance to the Xorian Cipher. Kind of similar to Von 3, there is a pre-quest to the quest. This is this small entrance area we have to walk through. A whole bunch of mobs spawn and run after you or shoot at you. I'm just going to ignore them and run to the end. You could stop here and clear out this whole jungle, but it doesn't make any difference.
Crumbling temple rises up from the jungle. This must be where the cultists of Xorian have
The
made
two
their
Drow
lair.
Scorpions over here are the objective you need to complete. Killing them will lower this black barrier and you can technically finish this quest. Touching that altar will finish it. I'm just going to clear all the mobs that ran after me. The weapon I'm going to be using for this entire quest is the freebie quarterstaff. I got it from Barovia. They give you a full selection of all weapons. I took the quarterstaff. If you got any stat damage, you can rest over here if you want. Clicking the altar also completes the quest, and it opens up the window to enter the actual Xorian Cipher quest. Anyways, I'm going to do it on Elite, and as you can see, it's meant to be for 4 players. So, first of all, when you step in, you're going to have to I'm going to summon a hireling. I'm going to need it later down. In my case, I need intelligence. I'll explain what I mean later. That's why I'm summoning the wizard. It's his main stat, and you should have enough of it. Here. You need a certain minimum stat. My intelligence doesn't meet the 24 that I need. Charisma, I made myself an item so I can get above 20. I'll explain more later. Anyways, I'm going to start off. There's not that many breakables in this quest, so I'm going to get all of them.
Against fog swirls
This first room basically tells you the mechanic of this quest. You have these portals, you have these black orbs or goombas that they release, and if they touch you, they can give you some debuff or buff. It's very random and it can be dangerous. If you click these runes, they close the portals and it gets rid of them. So, you don't have to do this, it's an aside objective, but if you don't want to be harassed by them, closing the portals by using the runes is the way to go. Now there's a stat check on all of these. There's some that need charisma, some will need wisdom, and some will need intelligence. Touching the I guess, goombas or whatever orbs can give you some kind of random debuff. One of them could be Touch of Idiocy, who can totally drop your intelligence. So, other than risking death, even if you don't die, it still can be very annoying. So, try not to touch them if you can. You have to just go back, do a loop around to get an extra rune. The three kinds of runes, as I said before, are Charisma, Wisdom, and Intelligence. The Charisma ones is level 20, requires a skill check of 20. The Wisdom is 20, 21, or 22, and the Intelligence is 21, 22, 23, 20, or 24. Now, my Intelligence is not high enough to go with 24, so that's why I picked up a hireling whose main stat is Intelligence, who I'm going to use later to pull one of the runes who I can't get by myself. Again, you don't have to do this to complete the quest, it's just quality of life and some extra XP. Anyways, I've cleared this first area, now the first big room. Now, the reason I bought 3 hirelings is because I wanted to show that if you wanted to do all the quest objectives, but you don't have the stats for it, technically speaking, you can still do it. Basically, once you've used your hireling to do all the intelligence runes, let's say, then you'd walk back to the start, you dismiss him, and summon one of the other hirelings, and go and finish up, and click on all the other runes. This is very long and tedious, but you can do it. I mean, it's not really that long and tedious, but it's just an option. So, worst comes to worst, and you don't have any stats, you don't have anything to do it. This is how to do it. Anyways, crossing this invisible bridge spawns some mobs at the other side. Kind of hard to see it, this reddish tint. These 2 runes close the portals down below.
The rune glows with power, and yet, as the rune
Okay,
glows
here's
with
2
power,
hallways, to the right and to the left. I'm going to start by going down the one on the right. The order does matter. Here we've got these pedestals. You need 1 player for each pedestal, for a total of 4 players. I'm going to show you how you can bypass it with just you and your hireling. Step into this room, you clear out the mobs in the center. There's 2 archers on the side, don't kill them. We're going to use the archer to stand on the pedestal. Now, as you can see, archers only move when you stand right in their face. And when they jump exactly backwards. So I can basically aim the direction I want him to go by standing in his face in a way that he's directed back for me in the direction I want him to go. If you happen to be taking too much damage here from the arrows, just keep on pressing shift or block. It should save you from a lot of the damage. The reason I'm doing this and not just using like a trick that can stone them in place, or I don't know, like turn undead, is because that has a timer on it and it's a long walk to the other side and I don't want them to move off. And these archers will not move as long as you don't stand too close to them. So that archer is not going to move, he'll stand there for the rest of the quest. Anyways, now that I've got him in position, I'm going to stand over here right at the edge of this towards the room. I'm going to summon my hireling and tell him to stay put. This is very important. I want him facing towards that barrier out to the room, and I want him to be on the right side. That out of the way, I can go here and continue with the cleaning. This room will not open until I've killed all the mobs from this room, including that skeleton who's standing on the pedestal. So I'll have to come back here later to get this room. There's a lock chest over here. It contains a key. You'll need knock or disable or open lock to get it. Again, this is not essential for the quest, but it's a side objective. Potentially some name loot. Anyways, we're done with this hallway. We can go to the left side now. Here there's a caster and 2 melee. I should have killed the caster and left the melee, but I was distracted by this Tarek hound and I accidentally killed him. So I'm going to use the caster instead. We got evasion, so it doesn't really bother me, but it just takes him a long time to get into position. Now it is possible to run on top of the platform, get them to run after you, and then jump quickly to the other one. I've done this before, but it's kind of tricky. This way is a little more consistent, but takes some time. So meanwhile, this is what's happening. I'm just waiting for him to get out of my face, step back, and stand on the pedestal. If I had a pet, I would probably just put him on one of the pedestals over here, stand on the other one. Or if I had Artificer, whatever that flame thing is called, Flame Turret. It was basically a summoned monster who's stationary. That would also work. There's many different ways to do it. By the way, I've never successfully gotten this monster to stand on that left pedestal, so I'm just going for the right. It's like he knows, and he just does not want to stand on it. Yeah, great. Perfect. Now I'm just going to use one of my flash runes. Oh, that was close. That's it. Once I've unlocked the barrier here, I no longer need him, and I'm going to go clear out the room. Over here I don't need to keep anything, I can just kill everything. This room, once again, has a locked chest with a key. There's a total of the total of 3 chests with special keys that I'll show later what you used them for.
As the rune glows with power,
okay.
The nearby rift is sealed by a dark barrier.
There's a barrier at the end of that hallway, you can't get out, so you have to continue in this direction. The reason you can't put just 2 skeletons on those first 2 pedestals on the right is because of the upcoming part. This locked door is locked by that switch down there. So now, this is the tricky part you need to be very careful with. Do not summon your hireling to you. Make him so he's no longer sit. Tell him to sit put, then tell him to activate the switch. And you'll see he'll come running because you put him in the right direction. Come and get the switch for you. As soon as he does, then summon him to you, because if you leave him downstairs, he's gonna die. A whole bunch of mobs spawn and they're gonna kill him. Anyways, here, this next area is just a little bit different than the rest, and it's a bit harder.
A strange grid of energy dominates the floor of this room.
There's 2 of these orbs in this room, top of the puzzle. You accidentally a whole bunch of times click the puzzle and it drives you crazy. Anyways, if you can, disable it as soon as you can. Get rid of it by clicking on the rune and save you from a lot of headaches. This puzzle is actually pretty easy. Doesn't have any strict requirements, so just click on it, let the energy flow, and it'll just keep on running up. And just follow it up until the end. You don't need the wiki for this. Don't overstress it. It's way too easy. That's it. Anyways, that's with the puzzle. Now this area, you jump down over here, you've got a boss over there. Cast Enervation, so make sure you've got Death Ward. If you're kind of a squishy build, I do not recommend jumping down. Just range him and take your time. Because jumping down with all these named monsters and these orbs flying around, big serious chance of you wiping. Once you kill the boss, we'll open up the way back. So now you already have access to the whole quest. This hallway over here has the room that turns off these orbs.
The nearby rift is sealed by a dark barrier.
Basically now you're done with this harder area, I guess, and you're back to just clearing hallways with some skeletons, and then you're up to the boss fight. So this quest gets a bad reputation, especially from new players. Reason being, it comes out of nowhere, it surprises you. And if you were playing solo until now, all of a sudden you have to play with a party of 4, or at least 2 with hirelings, and you're not ready for it. Up here there's 3 trapped areas, and the trap boxes are always on the right. If you don't want to get shot by the archers, you can stand all the way to the right and kind of cheese it, so you're not getting shot at while you're passing. I mean, while you're trying to look for and disable the traps. Anyways, I've tried to demonstrate how this quest can be done by free-to-play players without any special class builds or anything. Just might not be as easy if you don't have a strong build. The first time I did this on normal, I was completely destroyed. I died a whole bunch of times. And so this is kind of therapy to my PTSD from this quest. So left over here is a door. You can either break or pick locks. There's a optional chest at the end of this room, and this floor breaks away. So when you step into the room, make sure you stand. The whole party is on the left if you're with the party. Then there's a little area over here with dirt. Make sure everybody's here before you continue. Once you cross between these 2 statues, the floor will break away. You can still walk on the edge over here without any problem. Or you can just try to do a long jump, but whatever. It's pretty easy as long as you coordinate it. This is the 3rd chest, it gives you the 3rd colored key. There's iron, green, and gold. So that was the 3rd one. And soon we're going to go back and show you what these keys open. Again, this is an optional, you don't have to do it. You could technically speaking just step into this quest, do the part with the 4 platforms, and then just blitz to the end and get it done. Also, you should notice that these lightning bolts to come out. If you get too close to them, they can stun you.
With power, the nearby rift is sealed by a dark barrier.
This final area has a few little hallways who interconnect, so I'm just making sure I cleared all of them and that I got the extra room. I think there's only 1 charisma rune, and it's this one. I need a 20 charisma for it. Like I said before, you don't need this to complete the quest. It's an extra objective with a small amount of XP, but it's mainly a quality of life. So even if you can't disable all of them, if you can disable half of them, save you a big headache. Anyway, this is the end fight. I'm going to go back now and complete the last parts of the objectives. Here is the one room that has a requirement for 24 intelligence. This is what I've got my hireling for. I mean, other than pulling the switches. I command him to do it. Must I? Yes, you must.
As the rune glows with power, the nearby rift is sealed by a dark barrier.
Anyway, there's one room that we didn't touch yet. It's because we had an extra skeleton that we didn't kill. Look at that, he's still waiting for us. You're welcome. This is it. 12 out of 12. As I said before, it's not worth it for the XP, but it's for the quality of life and also for the sense of completionist. Anyways, heading back to this big hall, there's a secret door here.
This study seems untouched by the forces of madness. The paintings and bookshelves are in pristine
Somebody should probably
condition.
clean this mirror.
Thick cobwebs suggest
Just finding this area
view
gives you a bit of XP.
podiums and scrolls.
There's 3 rooms over here. Each one of them requires one of those colored keys that we picked up.
Remains intact.
But there's chests in each one, and they're trapped. So, be very, very careful over here. If you don't have a trapper, these are really dangerous on the
The
lead.
keyhole in this door is surrounded by flecks of green paint.
It's very easy to miss one of these trap boxes and think, oh, I've got it. Disable one of them, and then get killed because of the second trap. So, be very careful. Here I've got the named item that I've never gotten before. It's called Planar Guard, and it gives you a clicky of greater heroism. And I'm very excited that I got that on camera.
Scattered on the floor here.
Anyways, the room here, the far end, has one trap box.
The keyhole of this door is wrought from gold.
The trap box over here behind the door is very often missed. And there's a central chest that everybody can pick up. Anyways, just to remember it, the 2 rooms on the side have 2 trap boxes, and the one at the end has 1. Anyways, that's it. That was the objective over here. Potential for some good name loot, which I just got. And that's it. I'm going to end to the end. Technically speaking, I don't need my hireling anymore, now that I've completed all the objectives. As I mentioned before, if you were doing this solo and you don't have enough with the other stats, you could technically get rid of this hireling and go back to the beginning and summon, let's say, a cleric and do all the wisdom runes. Then you can drop him and pick up your sorcerer and go through and pick up all the charisma runes, or the charisma rune. Anyways, I just wanted to give some kind of feasible option that everybody could do. That's it. Here's the boss fight.
The door. A surge of incoherent panic batters at your mind. You must be near the source of the cultist's power.
I don't recommend rushing this room if you're not very strong. It's very easy to wipe all the way to the end. This Drow Scorpion is the first mini-boss. Once you kill him, it summons a red named Tarek Hound. Killing the Tarek Hound will get rid of the last two orbs. Anyways, this quest gets a bit of a bad rep, but I mean, there's one thing you gotta say for it. It's a Xorian themed quest, and you don't even have a single beholder. So how bad could it possibly be? I mean, seriously. That's it. Chest on the right gives you just some random gen loot. Nothing special over here. Left chest is the quest objective, the Xorian Cipher. It's trash, but you pick it up to complete the quest. There you go. That's it. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, you want to see more, I do my best to post this kind of stuff. I don't think this quest is too hard. You should definitely give it a try. Maybe go a little slow or do it on normal if it's your first time. Yeah, but that's it. Nothing game breaking. I think the main problem is not being prepared or not being careful enough around those orbs. I made sure I had death block before I started this quest. Other than that, yeah. I think it's pretty fun after all. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And hope to see you again later. Bye.